So, bonus video. I kind of want to talk about sex as a trans woman. And I know it's like kind of a really hard topic for a lot of us because there is so much dysphoria that happens in a trans body, you know? It's like, I feel like a lot of the times I feel like my body isn't capable of doing the things that I want to do, and it's a very frustrating feeling. I know recently I've been doing a lot of self-healing, and in terms of like my orgasms and the way I masturbate, it's completely changed. And honestly, I never thought that even a year ago, 3 years into my transition, that I would be able to experience the kinds of orgasms and the kinds of experiences that I'm having. It's really hard to separate yourself from the stigma and to allow yourself a safe place where you can experience yourself in a positive way. I think consent is one thing that's so very muddy right now. There are so many people who have very unhealthy, in my opinion, unhealthy ideas of what consent means. And myself included, I had a very skewed version of consent for most of my life, and that came from me being victimized and me being traumatized by these people, mostly men, in my life. And it wasn't until I had a really wholesome experience with another woman that I realized that there was so much more to sex, and that all of the things that I'd been feeling and all of the brokenness and I really thought I was never going to be able to come, like I've still never really orgasmed from sex with another person. I've now been able to get to the point. Right now I'm doing a vow, or not a vow, but I guess it's a vow to myself, but a vow of celibacy, abstinence. It's weird to say that because my entire life has been very counter to that, but I'm not doing it as a place of like obligation to anyone else. I really have found that giving myself the space to find my own energy and to heal from my traumas in a way that is right for me has been so beneficial. And there's been so many times in my life I tried to open up myself to people, and I end up getting more traumatized, and I really feel like until I can get to a place where I can be comfortable with my own energy and what I can do for myself, and just being able to enjoy the experience and my body, trying to give myself to someone else who is just probably even as confused, if not more, than I am about the whole thing, it's just shooting yourself in the foot, and I don't think by any means, I'm not trying to say slut shame people or, make people think that I don't believe in the very positive and real benefit that sex can have in your life. I think that good, spiritually connected sex is one of the most fundamental things you can do as a person, as a form of self-care. But at the same time, if you're at a place where you've been raped, sorry, trigger warning in advance, but I've been raped 4 times. That shit sucks. And that shit really fucked me up. And I realized there was no way that I was going to be able to get through that trauma and to heal from it by just repeating the same behavior. And so for me, it was, I've been through negative sexual experiences, so I'm taking the time to heal from that. It's not, I think that sex is gross or icky or, any of that. If you're having positive, good, emotionally connected sex, keep doing it. You go, girl. I don't care if it's with one person. I don't care if it's 10, just do you. Live your best life. Enjoy it. But if you're really in a place where sex is painful for you, and it brings up your trauma, and it just, if you've cried like from the sex, like not even just it bad, just you have that burst of emotion, maybe you should take some time and just be alone and heal that energy before you try and let other people into it. Because there are so many people who, even with good intentions, can come into your energy and just act like a wrecking ball, and scatter things even more than when you went in there the first place. So I really do advocate for that. It's been incredibly healing for me. I really do believe in the positive impact it's had on my life, and just the way that it's let me look at sex in a completely different way. So yeah, that is my TED Talk. I might do a little side series on this, so just let me know in the comments if this is something that resonates with you. I would love to talk more about sex and body positivity. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed, and much love.